pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Lincoln County Commission on this beautiful April 30th, last day of the month, by the way. So, anyway, we need some business here. We have some board actions to approve the agenda this morning. Do we have a motion and an approval?
Can we, as far as the agenda goes, can we move our executive session up to first thing on regular business?
So you wish to amend the agenda to have an executive session as the first item of business?
Yes.
So noted. With that noted, do we have approval for the agenda, amended agenda?
So moved.
Motion made. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Motion by Commissioner Landine, second by Commissioner Gibbon. Kristen, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Landine.
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbon.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yes, motion approves. We need a motion to go into executive session, and would you state the reason? South Dakota codified law, and right after that, I've extended my limited knowledge of that.
I would go, move to go into executive session under SDCL 125-2, subparagraph 3.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Motion by Landine, seconded by Commissioner Gibbon to go into executive session. Kristen, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Landine.
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbon.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yes, we are now in executive session.
Mr. Chair,
You back on?
Yes. Thank you.
We have a motion by Commissioner Landine, second by Commissioner Poppins to come out of executive session. Kristen, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Landine.
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbon.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yes, we are now out of executive session and back into our regular Board of Directors meeting of the Commission. At 9 o'clock, I will tell everybody we're going to adjourn from our Board of Commission meeting into the Board of Adjustment meeting because that's,
Equalization.
that was what we advertised. So we have a cool 7 minutes to take up regular business item number 1. Do you think that will take longer than 7 minutes, Steve?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
I have Julie Dotson-Rod from Tegra and Mike Ralston from Henry Carlson here.
okay. And that is Tegra Group from Henry Carlson to talk about the Justice Center update. Are there updates that need to be made? Name and address and all that good stuff, you know.
Even if I'm not local. Julie Dotson with Tegra Group. In addition to the items on the agenda today, we were just going to speak a little bit about just the bid packages. Obviously, you've seen bid package 1, and I believe discussed those items, looking for a recommendation on that. And then bid pack 2 will be received, that's all the other items on the project, will be received on May 9th, and then after that, we'll be on site on May 13th. So just wanted to give a quick update that we're going to be seeing progress soon.
All right, good.
So I don't know if you have any questions on any of the agenda items for
Are
any
there
of
any
us?
questions anybody has?
Okay, well, we're
Thank
here
you.
if you need it.
Thank you. Item number 2 on our regular business, board action to approve JLG's architect's proposal to redesign access to Lincoln County Justice Center. And I think I don't know if that's going to be a 6-minute item. So item number 3, is that one we can finish? Made at least 2 commissioners. Oh, item number 3, if that's okay. Board action to approve a Justice Center Building Committee made up of at least 2 commissioners which shall have the authority to make timely decisions and sign documents up to $100,000 for the construction of the Lincoln County Justice Center. Drew DeGroot. Mr. DeGroot.
Morning, Commissioners. Drew DeGroat, State's Attorney's Office. Back in 2003, there was an original motion for the chair at the time to sign agreements to hasten, I guess, or speed up the process. This is a clarifying motion to have two members of the board to review. These board members will have the responsibility to review just your standard agreements and also have the ability to sign change orders up to $100,000. It would be also their responsibility to make sure that the rest of the commission is informed of any changes or keep them updated throughout the project. So I'm just looking for commission's recommendation who would serve on this building committee.
We need board action, so the chair could not make, so do we have a recommendation?
Clarification, Drew, would both board members need to sign off or individually?
Individually.
I would move that Commissioner Landine and Commissioner Gibbon act in that role, please.
Have a motion to put the chair, Commissioner Gibbon and Commissioner Landine as the two building committee. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by Poppins, second by Landine. Do we have further discussions? Any comments, Commissioner Gibbon?
None at this time.
Okay. Kristen, will you call the
Can
roll,
you-
please?
Public comment.
Our oh my God, I forgot the public. Public comment.
Is this just going to be for commissioners, or is it going to be a public, like a citizen group like we had before?
This will be just the commission. Any other questions, comments? If not, Kristen, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Landine.
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbon.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yes. We now have a Justice Center Building Committee, and we're going to sit here 3 long minutes while we wait till 9 o'clock so we can adjourn from the Board of Commission to the Board of Equalization
Recess.
to cover all of that.
Any idea how long that'll take?
20 minutes,
20 minutes?
20 minutes,
At the request of our auditor.
20 minutes.
So the chair did not dream this up, Paul. I mean,
So what's the first motion that you need? Because we
we
can
need
do
to
that.
go out
Recess.
of,
You need to recess.
we need to recess from the Board of Commissioners.
All right, so moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a motion and a second to recess from the Board of Commission. Any public comment on that? Hearing none. Kristen, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Landine.
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbon.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yes. We are now in recess. We need to reconvene as the Board of Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Any public comment? Hearing none. Call the roll. Kristen?
Commissioner Landine.
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbon.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yes, we are now back to being the Board of Commissioners. Item number 2, Mr. Rasmussen.
So this is a proposal for a redesign for a sewer utility along Northwest Street. I have Lynn Rimmers from JLG Architects available if you have any questions about the proposal.
Lynn, do you want to come up and talk about what this actually is, what this covers, what it means,
Certainly. Lynn Remmers, JLG Architects. So this proposal is for redesign services, architectural, civil, mechanical services. This will be taking the utilities, which is the sewer, to the building, and moving it from our proposed location, which is currently designed in the easement, going over to West Street. So civil plans, documentation all need to be revised to accommodate that work. We will issue will be proposal request since we are past bidding for bid pack 1. That will then be a cost provided by Henry Carlson for that work for construction, and that'll be reviewed by your committee.
Okay. Questions for Lynn at all?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Just one quick, you mentioned 2 West, will it also connect to whatever then is the closest city utility connecting point, whether that be 18th Street or wherever then?
Correct,
which
correct.
direction
My
is it?
understanding is it is from 18th
So
north.
your study will go all the way to 18th for the sewer?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And that will include survey. They'll have to survey that area, expanding their survey extents. So that's also included in this scope of work.
Okay. Further questions?
And maybe this is a dumb question, but is there one side of the road or the other? Does this go right under the road?
My understanding, it goes under the street.
Okay.
So that would include the site improvements that would have to be done too. So I'm guessing there's might be some communication that has to happen with the city in terms of that, but.
How long will this study take?
I want to clarify, when you say study, so what we would be doing is looking at getting approval to perform the design work. So I believe what Stockwell engineers have already confirmed that the slopes, the grades for the sewer, the elevation points are still going to work in this location. So I guess the next steps would actually be looking at just proceeding with the design.
And what was the
Of that
time
work.
frame on that to get this done?
For getting the drawings complete was around 10 to 12 weeks. And then there'd probably be a couple weeks of pricing after that.
Is this going to delay the start of the rest of the project?
Mike? Okay, no.
Okay, you're not concerned about that at all, Mike? Sure.
Sure. Come on up. State your name. State your name, sir, please.
Good morning, I'm Mike Carlson with Henry Carlson Construction. There would be a potential delay with the utilities themselves. However, with the amount of earthwork that we need to do prior to that, we do feel that we can proceed with that without delaying the May 13th start date. So maybe a
Alright.
bit of a qualifier, but we still do intend to proceed as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, don't go anywhere. The potential for getting this information gathered, how long do you think it might take to actually implement the infrastructure that's needed to go down that road timeframe?
You know, I don't want to commit at this point because I haven't seen the final design work, so I'd hate to even provide any comment that might be misleading at this time. So I apologize, I can't answer your question, but without having seen the design or even the proposed route, I'd hate to offer you information that's inaccurate.
Is there a potential it could delay the ability to operate and start that structure or occupy that structure?
No. I mean, with the duration of the construction schedule, there's definitely opportunity to, if this does extend the duration of the utility installation, that we can absorb that within the schedule.
Okay.
Further questions? Commissioner Gibbon, do you have any questions, sir? Evidently not. Then, okay, well.
I said I didn't hear, how much would it delay?
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I guess I wanted to call up, I see we have a representative from the city council, and we have their attorney. Do you have any comments you'd like to make? Okay. Well, you've heard what the proposal is, what it's designed to do, and how it will cost to move forward. You got some of the timelines as to how long it would take to put this thing in motion. So if there's no other questions, no other clarifications, we'll need to take board action.
Is there public comment on
Is there-
this agenda
I was going to
item?
get to that in a minute, but is there public comment? Linda,
Yeah, I just have a couple questions.
fire away.
All right, Linda, Montgomery from Fairview, South Dakota. Just as I was listening, I was going now, not needing to resurvey because you believe that the survey that was taken in this area would include, it's a ways of a chunk away. And I was just wondering, due to Commissioner Poppins' question, of will there be any setbacks or changes that would need to happen? I would think resurveying the area that this is actually going to be put in seems prudent. And the other question is this in the city limits or not, that road west?
Half is, half is,
Half of it is and half isn't.
with Canton Township.
Thank you. Those are my questions.
Yeah, this is a unique situation because it's township and city, yeah.
I can speak to Lynn Remmers, JLG Architects. I can speak to the survey question. When you say resurvey, we will be doing a civil survey of the whole area. So taking that street and probably a little bit further extents of the streets into the ditch area. So that will be surveyed as part of the work.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like that when you said we did need to resurvey. So
No, okay, that's okay. Nope, I just want to clarify. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Any other public comment? Okay,
Commissioner Jim,
yes.
just you asked if we had comment, and I don't have comment, but it's just, we gotta keep, when we move forward,
Does he
Paul,
want to come up?
Paul, for the record, you want to come up just so we keep everything under protocol?
Paul Garbers, 1016 Angel Lane, Canton Commissioner. Just, I've gotten phone calls from different people and the lack of communications, and I'm not a big person about meetings, but sometimes you gotta sit down and so everybody knows what page everybody's on instead of, we're talking about two different things because we're looking at two different pages. So moving forward, I think it would shorten up the time that nobody has if we keep the communication open.
Paul, I couldn't agree more. Because without good communications, you get all kinds of things unintended consequences that you don't want. And we're dealing with a major situation here, but your point is well made.
And as a city, we want you guys here, no question.
Well, I know there's talk, but I don't think we're going anywhere. Pretty hard to move. I'll save that comment because meant to be a little levity. Anyway, Commissioners, we need to take some action on this item. So do we have a motion to move forward?
So moved.
Motion by Landine. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Motion by Commissioner Landine, second by Commissioner Gibbon. Any comments? We've had our public comment. We had everything. Kristen, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Landine.
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
No.
Commissioner Gibbon.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yes. Motion carries 3-1. Now, we have now opportunity time for public comment that hasn't been discussed before. So is there public comment that anybody would like to make that hasn't been discussed before? Well, okay, we won't have that. Do we have any commissioner report that would serve to, any information to share with fellow commissioners?
The only thing I would share at this point is this municipality of T did a comprehensive plan study to take them out 30 years. Again, I think the frustration is, from the city standpoint, is participation. It was poorly attended. There were some very good questions, and a lot of information was obtained by those that did attend, but I hope public can find the opportunity to take the time to participate in what's going on in T as well as other communities. because it is important to shape their future, just like we're looking at changing our comprehensive plan. Hopefully, our public continues to add comments so that we know exactly how they want their community, their county to look in the future. So, thank you.
I would share that we did have a joint meeting with the Sioux Falls City Council on a rezone for some building on Highway 11, which were storage condos, which required the city to, and the county to agree, because it was outside of the 2040 plan that the city has. And it was a time that the commissioners and the city council had a brief discussion brought by Commissioner Aaron's on joint jurisdiction and discussed the merits and of that working together on its pluses and minuses that you have. And from that meeting, I would share that I recommended that we have the same kind of schedule with the city council that Minnehaha County has, because Lincoln County's footprint in Sioux Falls is considerable when you think it's from 57th Street now down to 90th, and you look at all of the development that has taken place. So one of the council people, whose name slips me right now, but we are talking about setting that up on a regular basis where the two governmental entities do meet and discuss the growth that goes on in Lincoln County and in Sioux Falls and any potential else. And Commissioner Poppins, I think it's a good idea, maybe if we sat with the city council of T and Harrisburg and even Lennox and discussed, because those communities are certainly on the grow. So is there any other information that commissioners wish to share?
I met with UJS staff this morning, representatives from the courts here for Lincoln County, and we talked about the growth that we're having, and there's currently 5 judges that are practicing here that need a courtroom. We only have 4 courtrooms. So as a commission, we may need to be more flexible with the use of this room and the location of where we actually have our commission meetings. And so that might be coming down that we don't have a choice on. So just wanted everybody to be aware of that.
I should mention too, as we know, we're involved in the 85th Street interchange expansion, which is huge when if you go past just north of the T exit and you'll look at all of the development that's going on, and there will be several hundred acres under development, of which the county will be participating in. We met with Superintendent of the DOT, Joel Junt, talking about that whole involvement and the timeline, money, and everything else, which we'll have more things to say about that. But if you're just looking at that interchange, you will see that they're going to allow bids to come out this year, this fall, and construction to start in earnest in 2005. And it's going to be a diamond approach, which we may have to get used to. We used to talk about roundabouts, and, I worried about the citizens of Iowa being able to get off of a roundabout. It was a joke for a long time, and since there's
That is
nobody from...
Commissioner Schmidt speaking.
Anyway, that's going to be a game changer for our county in the long run, so stay tuned on that. Anything else? If not, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Landine, a second by Commissioner Poppins to adjourn. Any public comment? Hearing none. Kristen, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Landine.
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes.
Commissioner Gibbon.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yes. We are adjourned. Thank you all for attending.